Hey, welcome back. So today I'm going to actually describe ideal sleeping positions or best sleeping positions if you have low back pain, neck pain, back challenges, and I want to take you through those today so that you can help yourself get an ideal night's sleep. Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Bradbury, family corrective chiropractor here in Georgetown, Ontario, Canada. And this is our practice, One Life Family Chiropractic. So today I actually want to take you through some ideas on how you can get the best night's sleep and some of the ideal positions and some things to consider if you're trying to get the best sleep so you can get the ideal recovery and keep yourself on track to keep up with your kids, your grandkids, and live your best life. So thanks for tuning in today. If you're enjoying our content, consider liking and subscribing to our channel. We really do enjoy putting out content, and one of the ways this grows and that we reach more people is that you like and you subscribe and we interact together. And also, if you have a question, don't forget to put it down in the comment, as I love to answer questions as well and help you. So I'm actually going to be talking about your neutral spine. So we're going to describe some basic anatomy so you have a bit better of an understanding of what to look out for and how you can kind of have a bird's eye view and look after yourself that much better. So consider that your spine, ideally in a neutral position, you have some curves. So you have your cervical curve, your thoracic curve, your lumbar curve, and then your sacrum down here. And anything that may put this into an extreme deviation, whether it's your lumbar spine being extended too hard, being flexed at the desk, may aggravate things over time. And if you practice that repeatedly over and over again, guess what? You get better at doing this, right? So consider that those extreme end ranges for an extended period of time may not be tolerated as well. So we got to find that neutral spine, and you can see your curves that we've just described. And how can we put that into action when you are sleeping or in a position getting comfortable on your mattress? So the first position that we want to talk about is actually side sleeping. And when you're talking about being a side sleeper, I want you to imagine your spine, and I want you to imagine laying on your side. And whether you shift or create tension going this way or that way, what I want you to consider is that you don't want your head to be slouched this way, you want it to be in a neutral position, and you don't want things to fall in like this. Ideally, you want them to be neutral. And if we're going to talk about ideal optimization of the side sleeping position, I'm going to have a couple of tools, which are going to be our pillows, and I'm going to teach you how to place those correctly. So with the head, first of all, make sure the head pillow is at a height that's going to allow you adequate neutral spine. So you're not going to be dropping your head just like this. And the most basic setup is going to be considering your head pillow on its own. If that's all you have, great, start there. The second one is actually going to be between the knees. And what you're going to do is take a pillow, place it between your knees, and then the third one, if you have options for 3 pillows, is going to be through here, because some of us with a smaller waist may drop down to the side, and it may create that tension through here. And if you're in a position where you're trying to optimize, you want to create that neutral spine and not allow that drop, if I'm laying on my side facing you, towards the bed. So I'm going to set up with all 3 pillows. I'm going to show you exactly how that looks. So you can see here what I've done is I've actually created a pillow tall enough to keep my neck neutral. I've put another pillow, small pillow, underneath me here so that my abdomen doesn't fall towards the bed. And I've created or taken another pillow down here, a third one, put it between my knees so that my knees don't fall together, creating a pulling on my low back and my hips, dropping them this way towards the ground. So you can rest peacefully just like this, and you set yourself up in a neutral spine position from the side. Now, when we're talking back sleeping, another ideal position is going to be using a pillow, first of all, that's tall enough, because some of us have really shifted forward with time this way. What I want you to consider is creating enough of a lift or an elevation so that you don't find you're doing one of these, dropping back, putting tension through here, pulling everything up this way. So I'm going to first of all make sure my head pillow's tall enough to create a neutral spine with my neck. And then second, I'm going to use a pillow underneath my knees. And what that does, if you see on the spine, what that does when you're laying on your back is, first of all, you're not dropping like this too far, you're neutral with the cervical spine. And number two, if you create some flexion through the knees, like this, you're less likely to do one of these, or hyperextend. And if you've been sitting all day and your psoas, your hip flexor muscles, have gotten shorter and tighter, they may be stiff like this, and then all of a sudden you go and try to sleep on your back and you create what is we call lumbar extension, and you're pulling yourself up this way. So by putting support underneath the feet, or the knees rather, you're pulling yourself up more into a neutral position. Now you'll see here what I've created is enough elevation in the cervical spine to support my head, and also I've created a position where I have some increased hip flexion or support underneath my knees, so I don't feel like my abdomen is being pulled up towards the ceiling. And this is going to be the optimal position for sleeping on your back. Now, for our stomach sleepers out there, not ideal. This is probably going to be the least ideal position, but if you find yourself where you're just not going to get a great night's sleep if you have to sleep any other way, and you find yourself by default on your stomach, I want you to consider, instead of, because what happens on your stomach is you find yourself in some more extension. And I'll show you on the spine what that looks like. So we have our neutral spine, and you may find yourself sinking more like that with your head turned to one side for 6 to 8 hours. And of course you'll toss and turn and move around at night, but consider that you're getting lots of extension in your lumbar spine, and if you're aggravated already, you're taking yourself to the extreme end range, you may find yourself more aggravated as well in the morning when you wake up. So as a solution, what I find is taking a small pillow, something really thin, and just placing it underneath your stomach so that you're not so jammed up into extension, but you're a little more neutral. So you can see here, I've taken my small pillow, placed it under my tummy, and allowed for a situation where I'm not getting that hard extension or my abdomen's being pushed into the ground. So with this, you have a little bit more elevation, might create some more of a neutral position in your lumbar spine, and you may find that really helps. Now, in terms of getting out of bed in the morning, one thing that's really useful in terms of a position to get out of bed is actually just get yourself rolled onto your side like this. And what you're going to do is let your legs drop off and use some of that weight for the legs, and then you're going to place your hand here, use your elbow, and push up just like this. And if you're at the point where you have some discomfort or some back pain, you may find that really useful just in terms of a stepwise progression to get up and out of bed. Now, the few last things I want to share with you is consider your mattress. Mattresses are typically good for 7 to 10 years. And what I would suggest doing is getting one with a warranty in the beginning and going to the mattress store and testing out some mattresses so that you know what works best for you. Fairly firm, but ideally something that supports your curves. So start there with a mattress and consider also the lifespan of your mattress. As well, I want to talk to you about creating what we call sleep pressure. And that's probably one of the simple things that you can do for yourself, regardless of all these things, pillow setups, mattresses, is just having your body was designed to move. So consider that if you're not sleeping very well, in terms of if you're suffering from back pain or discomfort, consider that walking is going to help in terms of groceries in, garbage out. When we're talking about the healing process, getting moving more is going to be great for you. And also getting outside in sunlight so that your body can help regulate when it's daytime and when it's time to go to sleep. So consider that, especially if you're working at a desk, consider those few things, and consider that if you're suffering from back pain or discomfort, is consider also that you want to make sure you're standing every 20 to 30 minutes. And some of the ideal ways I find to do that are set your alarm on your phone, stand up, move around every 20 to 30 minutes. And if you're looking for most ideal, invest in yourself with a standing desk. So you get up, get moving, you spend most of your day standing, create that lunch hour walk, start with 10 minutes, and then 10 minutes before you get in your car to go home at night. And before you know it, you're walking more, helping yourself regulate with the sunlight and creating what we call sleep pressure. And if you want to take it one step further, start strength training, doing something you love, getting out there, exercising your body to move and live at your fullest. Anyways, I will leave you with that today. Consider that all these things tie together to help with a more ideal sleep. Don't forget the health of your spine and nervous system. Of course, as a family corrective chiropractor, I consider if your back was bothering you down here, but also all the other levels, because oftentimes you compensate above and below where you may be shifted and the nerves may be irritated. And remember, your muscles, your organs, all controlled by this nervous system. And this is the system, the spine and the nervous system is what we look after to help you function and heal at your best. So consider that today. And if you found this fun, if you found this great and useful, my one mission, my only ask, as I've shared in the past, is that I can't do it alone. So if you found this useful, please take a moment to click share to your feed, send it off, or grab the URL and just send it directly to somebody who you know is looking for a better night's sleep. I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much, and have yourself a great day. Bye for now.